Well, I'm back and we've got a month to Pembury. It's been 3 weeks since Silverstone. I've not really done anything at all on the car. So really what I really need to do is try and get the car on the trailer. And first, to do that, we need to take the rear cover off, which we've done there. Take the diffuser off, and then we need to replace some suspension bits at the rear. So we've got some rear droop, so I don't have to do that. So let's first start by rolling out the garage and getting the diffuser off. So what are we going to do next? Well, you can see this here and this here and this here is basically supporting this top mount for the suspension. Even with this rod here in its shortest position, this upper suspension damper mount is in its highest position. So what I've done is I've made a shorter one of these, and I'm going to replace it so that we can pull this down and actually have some adjustment, because right now there is no droop control. Let me show you. Okay, well there's lots of rubbish around, but you can see the original one on the right hand side and the new one on the left in black. That is much shorter, so that should give us more droop control. I've got more adjustability as well, so I can wind those, I can wind these in and make it shorter, wind them out and make them pretty much the same length. So I've not done a great job painting them, but they'll do for now. So let's pop that in on the left hand side and see where we're at. I've popped that in now, and you can see the height difference between the left hand side and the right hand side. And you can see in there the new member. Let's do the other side. Well, I've come across a bit of a snag because this doesn't quite fit in. It's about 5mm too short. And I've just noticed looking at these are actually different lengths, so they've actually been fabricated different on each side, probably because left and right isn't quite exactly the same, so I may have to make another one. So I've got these bits that I had on the front of the car originally that are basically useless, but it looks like I might be able to reuse this one, because it should pretty much be about the right length. So I'm going to reuse that, and hopefully that will fit well within the car. Okay, so none of these tubes are working. This one's too long, this one's too short, and you know, even with only that amount of thread left, which is about as much as I'm comfortable with, it's still too short. Not by much, but it is too short. So I've got some of this tube here I bent ages ago as an experiment, so I'm just going to cut out 1.5 inches and just sleeve this, chop this in half, and just extend it by 1 inch or so. That should be plenty. Right, so just sleeve that, and job done. Lick of paint. A functional paint finish, not a nice one. Let's pop it in and see if it's the right length. It's in. Let's drop that top of the damper quite a lot as well. So let's put this back together, put the wheel on, and see what the droop is like. Yes. Well, that's it. We now have droop, and we can adjust the ride height and raise it up quite a lot more. So it took all day, unfortunately, just because we had to do a bit of fabrication. I really could do with doing the left hand side one as well, and giving more options on changing that, but that's not going to be done today. The next task really is to get it on a trailer, basically rework the diffuser so so we can get on and off the trailer.